and take the square root. So, for instance, we have 4 points here with at 0, 2, 2, 0, 3, 1, and 5, 1 that are all at plotted at different points. And we can construct a distance matrix describing how dissimilar all of our points are. So point 1 and point 4 are the most dissimilar. They're the farthest apart. Whereas point 2 and point 3 are the most similar. They're the closest together. Point 3 is also fairly similar to point 4, whereas point 2 is somewhat less similar from point 4. So another distance metric that we see particularly in the context of documents is called cosine similarity. So we have documents. We have turned them into term vectors. We can find how similar and this is cosine similarity is a measure of similarity, not of dissimilarity. We can find how similar the two documents are by thinking of each of them as vectors, taking their dot product, which for those of you who never had it or don't remember your college vector calculus classes, you take each attribute by attribute, and you multiply them together across your two different objects. So 3 times 1, 2 times 0, 0 times 0. Maybe this is play, and this is coach, and this is tournament. And so we'll do our counts, and then we'll multiply them all together, document to document, and sum that all up. And then we end up dividing by the magnitude, by the product of the magnitudes. So the product of the magnitudes is just you square each attribute, add them all up, and take the square root. So in this case, we have a dot product of 5. We have a D1 and a D2 of 6.481 and 2.245. Those are our magnitudes. So we multiply these two together and divide 5 by that, and we end up with a cosine similarity of 0.315. Cosine similarity is a really nice metric for documents because it gives us this very clean 0 to 1 measurement that really does that suffers less from the curse of dimensionality than something like Euclidean distance does. So because document vectors tend to get very, very long because there's a lot of different words in a given language, and documents might have lots of different words in them. Cosine similarity is a way to avoid some of the curse of dimensionality. And we'll talk about this more when we talk about encoding. When we talk about encoding documents more directly in the boot camp.